May I now request the Honourable Minister for Communications, Electronics and Information Technology and Law and Justice, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, to please share his thoughts.
Honourable the Prime Minister of India, Minister of State, Telecommunications Sanjay Dhotre, Secretary Telecommunication Anshu Prakash, Mr. Mukesh Ambani, Chairman Reliance Industry Limited, Mr. Sunil Mittal, Chairman Bharti Enterprises, all friends whom I am talking to digitally and who are participating in the Indian Mobile Congress 2020 digitally, my greetings and good wishes for the success of this program. We have always been meeting physically, but the COVID has compelled us to meet digitally. And that is the challenge, the beauty and the opportunity of IMC 2020. Digital technology, communication tools and IT platforms all have established their extraordinary worth during these challenging times. As I said in lighter veins in some of my observations, during COVID, there was no flight, there was no train movement, there was no road movement, but India was united. People were talking, people were meeting with the digital technology, from mobile to fixed line to internet to IT and video conferencing. COVID therefore created a new opportunity, enabling people to talk, meet, communicate, share virtually through video conferencing. We in India had also to respond to these challenges. We completely liberalized our work from home ecosystem, and today 85% of India's IT operations are being held not from the regular office, but work from home, which we have further liberalized that you can work from anywhere. So this has not only become the new normal, but in many ways the new norms. While articulating Digital India under the vision of the Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, who is a global leader of extraordinary foresight and the great innovator of the application of technology himself with his vast administrative experience, we have articulated Digital India as designed to primarily bring in digital inclusion. And this COVID also gave an extraordinary opportunity to establish the inclusive character of Digital India and the far-reaching impact of communication and digital tools. As we have articulated earlier, India's population 1.3 billion plus, India's mobile phone also close to 1.2 billion. And with 1.26 billion Aadhaar, the digital identity to confirm the physical identity. We linked all the three and started sending welfare entitlement to the poor people directly into their bank account, which we opened close to 370 million. I am very excited to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, that we sent rupees 13 lakh crores, close to 175 billion in the last 5.5 years, through this digital instruments directly to the bank account of the poor. And we have saved close to 1.78 lakh crore, approximately $24 billion. During COVID, when it was difficult to reach the bank or the ATM system, be it DBT or the postal system or the Aadhaar enabled payment, again working through technology or mobile apps, helped us reach billions of dollars, thousands of crores to the bank account of the poor. Therefore, in this mobile Congress, let me take this opportunity to compliment all those who have worked India's communication system, India's mobile telephone system, India's IT system, and all those who have been working, be it the video conferencing or whole rate of other innovative products to help people lead a normal life in spite of such great compulsions. I think this mobile Congress being held digitally need to rejoice the extraordinary excellence shown by the digital platforms of the country and who says the entire world. I think this is a new milestone which is unfolding the extraordinary opening for the coming future. And I'm sure this new technology, whether it is the 5G or the new innovation or artificial intelligence or IoT, all are going to work together to create a further favorable ecosystem where mobile in the center creates further opportunity and enabling atmosphere. We in India are very keen about certain issues. The Prime Minister has given a call of Atmanirbhar Bharat. And I'm indeed very pleased to learn that the theme of this year's International Mobile Congress, Indian Mobile Congress, is inclusive innovation, smart, secure and sustainable. I have always been articulating that digital technology has to be safe so that vested interest, extremist may not abuse it. But most important, it must be sustainable. Therefore, it has to be smart, namely taking on board new innovations. It must be secure and it must be sustainable in the sense that common people come to have a stake in that process. I commend the organizers, my department, for selecting this very popular theme. We in India, in our own way, are expanding the communication footprint after initiating a very transformative program of BharatNet, reaching optical fiber to every Gram Panchayat of India, cluster of villages. The Prime Minister on the last Independence Day decided to reach optical fiber to all the 600,000 villages of India. In 1,000 days, our Prime Minister is a hard taskmaster, and we are proud to work in his team. And that is going to be a very gigantic transformation from highways and village roads everywhere in the country to electricity in every nook and corner of the country. Now, optical fiber reaching all the villages of India. We have also launched the famous broadband mission, whereby under the National Broadband Mission, we have to ensure broadband access to all villages by 2022. We are also very keen that India must be 5G ready. And for that, the test beds have been created. Those provision will also be unfolded further. We want good innovation. Indians have got all the talent, the innovative spirit. which we all have experienced in the last few years, be it communication, be it IT, be it innovation, Indians have done exceedingly well. Our startup movement has really become the third biggest in the world. Therefore, we're very keen that we must also help in innovation, creation, and empowerment of 5G process with good application of Indian human resource and innovative mind. We're also very keen that for our state-led entity, we must create good 4G process in which Indian companies, Indian innovators should also play a good part in terms of developing all the necessary tools needed for that. We are not against FDI. We are not against foreign innovative mind. They are most welcome. FDI is 100% automatic. And I'm proud to say that my IT and communication departments have, sectors have registered 7% plus growth rate and one of the highest FDI even during the challenging times of COVID. Therefore, foreign capital is welcome, foreign innovation is welcome, but we are equally keen that safety and security of the country is also important. And plus, enabling atmosphere be also made for Indian mind to help create a robust 4G network as a precursor of the 5G network. That is how we propose to canvass and outline the whole horizon in this field, and that's what we are working about. We are very keen that India has all the potential to become a good hub of global supply chain, and it is already showing results. India's talent, India's innovation, the leadership of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, and the extraordinary ease of doing business provided under the leadership is attracting global capital to India. And this is evident from the great success of the Production Link Incentive Scheme, which we launched at the height of COVID, which has attracted billions of dollars of investment and close to 1 million jobs, direct and indirect, by giant mobile global champion companies who are setting up their big shops in India. And we're very keen that India become one of the top mobile manufacturers in the world. Obviously in a fair and transparent manner by creating the enabling atmosphere. We're equally keen that India, apart from mobile, must also become a big center of component, of tools, for clusters. And for all this, we have created a very robust production link incentive, which we all need to recognize. Taking opportunity of this great mobile congress, I will urge the innovators, the manufacturers and others to come tap and explore the extraordinary enabling atmosphere available in India with due incentive based upon production link incentive. Come manufacture in India, export outside, earn good incentives. That's the basic theme on which we are working. And I'm very happy to share that large number of foreign companies are shifting to India in a very, very significant manner. Yes, we are all open for new technology, new innovation, be it artificial intelligence, be it IoT, be it machine learning, all has enough opportunity in India. We are very particular that India should become a big center of artificial intelligence. But like Digital India, where we have stressed upon the attribute of digital inclusion, empowering the common people, we are equally keen that artificial intelligence should also lead to empowerment and inclusive India, fitting the common people, be it healthcare, be it education, be it agriculture. And most important, AI should not become the monopoly of few, and AI should not become an instrument of weaponization. These are some of our keen objectives in pursuit of AI. We have set up centers of excellence. We have framed a robust policy also. We are giving encouragement in the case of communication also, be it spectrum trading, spectrum sharing, right of way rules. So we have practically liberalized the entire ecosystem as far as policy is concerned. In the IT sector, we have done the same thing, whether it is electronic policy or product policy, software product policy. All these things we have already done, which the industry was asking for a long time to come. But one thing I would like to comment in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, and that is what? When we talked of optimum use of public digital platforms, we did not only talk, but we delivered. I talked of Jan Dhan Aadhaar Mobile, Jan Trinity, a public platform. We talked of Aadhaar, again a public platform, giving public service, again made by Indian minds. You have seen GSTN, the entire GST operation is being done digitally. You must have heard about Indian great health system, where billions of rupees are being given, 500,000 to every Indian who is registered, and their numbers also runs into billions, again being managed digitally. India's fintech industry has grown exceedingly well. UPI has become one of the biggest platforms of digital payment globally in terms of the transactions we are doing. To be it JAM, Jan Dhan Aadhaar Mobile, leading to direct benefit transfer, be it GSTN, be it UPI, or being the healthcare scheme I talked about, all these are being managed digitally. Therefore, the inclusive character of digital platform we have already demonstrated for the common people and empowering the ordinary Indians. This is a model which the world can replicate. But in the center of all this is one small instrument which we call the mobile phone. That is the extraordinary power of mobile which Indians have innovated to make it the most shining instrument of inclusion. That is the message of India. We want this to go further and further. We would like to further expansion of public digital platforms. We want to go for more skilling in this field, and we are willing to reciprocate and exchange information and also value addition from stakeholders outside, sharing our own experiences. These are some of the larger issues. India is poised to become a $1 trillion digital economy in the coming 5 years. Gig economy is going to play a very crucial role, which we have shown by experience. And ladies and gentlemen, with all the enabling atmosphere having been created, we have not the slightest doubt that the coming years will see a great maturity of India's robust digital ecosystem to further create enabling atmospheres both for services, manufacturing, and good business opportunity. That, I think, is the larger narrative. Therefore, with these, I welcome all of you. I'm quite sure the coming 3 days will create new innovative ideas being exchanged frequently from friends from India and abroad, who will, with their innovative mind, come with solutions which would be more and more useful for the humanity, for the people of the globe, and also provide good solution to the challenges which we are facing. With these words, greetings once again. Thank you. Namaste. Jai Hind.